From Apple to Burger King, these are just 14 of the many brands the Simpsons have parodied, and we gotta start with Mapple. Number 1, Mapple. Yeah, more like Apple. Just take a look at Mapple's logo. Now see Apple's logo. Our guess is that they let Homer take a second bite out of the Apple logo. Due to copyright reasons, the creators of The Simpsons dare not use the real brand name Apple, but that didn't stop them from using Mapple to throw some shade at Apple. Like, you know how your iPhone or your MacBook or your Apple Watch or any of your Apple products cost you a lot of money? Yep, that's the same way Mapple's products are expensive. Not only did they throw shade on the products, they also low-key parodied Apple's $5 billion park. Mapple's HQ is a luxury building located underwater and can only be entered once a month through a submarine that is modeled after a USB and inserted through a USB port. While Apple's motto is Think Different, Mapple's tagline is Think Differently.
I'm sorry. I know our posters say Think Differently, but our real slogan is No Refunds.
That's a crazy parody, but it doesn't compare to the last brand that we'll be covering. And before we get there, we gotta talk about the brand that parodied the esteemed Lego, Blocko. Number 2, Blocko. I don't know, man. The Simpsons should have just called the parodied version of Lego Hando. Get it? Lego? Hando? Never mind. The same way The Simpsons parodied Lego with Blocko is the same way a blockchain company intentionally plagiarized the name Blocko to be their company name. The Simpsons are really not above karma, are they? Just like Lego, Blocko was a children's building toy, and guess what? The block was used in building a theme park in Springfield City called the Blocko Land. Blocko Land, Lego Land, poof. Homer even spent a day with his children in Blocko Land, and you bet it was wonderful, just like this next brand. Number 3, Funtendo Zii. Nintendo Wii fans who watch the show will know that the Funtendo Zii gaming console is an obvious parody of it. It's kind of ironic that they changed the name of the console but kept the same sound effects and music from the real game itself. Nintendo Wii was a gaming console created in 2006 and marketed by Nintendo in North America, but its production and circulation was discontinued in 2013. Even though it was discontinued, Nintendo continued to produce and market the Wii Mini through 2017 and offered a subset of the Wii's online services through 2019. The Funtendo Zii was shown in 3 episodes of season 21, and the most unforgettable was in the 11th episode when Lisa bought the Funtendo Zii Sports for Grandpa and the old dudes in the nursing home. It took these old dudes minutes to figure out the Funtendo game, but it took us quite some time to figure out this next brand that was parodied. Number 4. Goodbye Kitty. This is a store in Springfield Mall, and to the teenage girls that get it, like Lisa, they have gone there to shop for pretty dresses. We're just wondering what real-life brand they parodied this time around. Oh, look at the cat. It's a parody of Hello Kitty. Hello and goodbye are words that, no way. Who thinks of this stuff? Hello Kitty is a fictional character that was created by Yuko Shimizu and designed by Yuko Yamaguchi. While Hello Kitty is a cat with a red bow and no visible mouth, Goodbye Kitty is a cat with a pink flower and pouty lips. This is quite cute, but do you know what is cuter? Parodying 2 brands simultaneously. Number 5. Lamborgotti. You heard that right, Lamborgotti! And you guessed it right, it is a combination of the brands Lamborghini and Bugatti. They really blended them together by making Lamborghotti's hood ornament emblem as a horse, like Ferrari in the pose, and emblem shape used by Lamborghini. While Lamborghini's slogan is Expect the Unexpected, and Ferrari's slogan is We Are the Competition, Lamborghotti's slogan is For People Who Really Have Nothing to Lose. I'll tell you who really has something to lose, and that is you. You stand to lose out on so much amazing Simpsons content. Just look at this. If you were not subscribed, you wouldn't have known that Facelook was also parodied. Yeah, no kidding. This time they called it Facelook. Oh, it gets better because Barbie was parodied too as Malibu Stacy. Number 7. That's right, Malibu Stacy is a plastic doll with blonde hair and red lips, but in reality it's just a knockoff of the 1971 Malibu Barbie doll. It was made by Malibu Stacy division of Petrochemical division, and Lisa is obsessed with this doll. The parodied name Stacy is a nod to the facial design that Mattel used for their 1971 Malibu Barbie doll. Stacy, who made Malibu Stacy in 1959, had the intention of making a doll that could be eaten at first, but something went wrong and the first process became unsuccessful. So she just settled with a plastic doll at the end of the day. For this next parodied brand, The Simpsons did not hold back. I mean, who parodies Coca-Cola? Number 8, Buzz Cola. Just take a look at this, it's so obvious. Buzz Cola is an energy drink that is popular in Springfield and a product of 20th Century Fox. According to the Simpsons movie website, a 24-pack cost $12.99. Buzz Cola even made its way to the real world and was sold in some redesigned 7-Eleven stores, which became Quickie Marts to promote the Simpsons movie. And after it made its way to real life, it made its way into the Simpsons video game, Hit and Run. In the game, Krusty the Clown promotes a new, improved Buzz Cola, which in reality is a drink made by Kang and Kodos that makes people crazy. Their plan is to drive the townspeople insane and destroy their own town, all which would be shown on a reality show called Foolish Earthlings. Buzz Cola is just too good and maybe one of the best parodies on this list because Bart has an obsession with it just the same way Homer is obsessed with Duff Beer. Number 9, Duff Beer. There is no way you could not know Homer's favorite beer if you watch The Simpsons, but what you may not have known is that it is a parody of Budweiser. How do we know this? For starters, the spokesperson of Duff Beer is Duffman, and he is also a parody of Budweiser's 1970s-era mascot, Budman. Apart from that, just like Duff's, the Budweiser logo has violet diagonal areas above the product's name. Even the slogan, "Can't get enough of that wonderful Duff," is similar to... Okay, the slogan is quite different, but I'm sure you see our point. One thing about Duff Beer, they never run out of supply, so there is always enough to drink for everyone, especially for Homer. And Homer has been drinking this beer ever since he was 17 years old. He'd buy it using a fake ID, and he even once sang a short, sad song that was titled, "It Was a Very Good Beer," to commemorate the beer. This drink is so good, it runs in the Simpsons family genes. In Bart to the Future, a grown-up Bart is seen drinking a future Duff Beer. It seems Bart grew up from Buzz Cola to Duff Beer just like his dad. Number 10, Lard Lad. I want you to take a look at these two pictures and tell me who did it better. The mascot Lard Lad from The Simpsons or the big boy mascot? Man, this is a tough one. Lard Lad is the mascot of Lard Lad Donuts, and he stands in the parking lot of the building holding a giant donut. It is a parody of the Bob's Big Boy chain of restaurants. Lard Lad Donuts is a part of the fast food boulevard that seems to be famous in policemen terms, as Chief Wiggum is often seen eating some. As part of the government's pledge to purge Springfield of pollution and clean the lake, Lard Lad's Donuts was once shut down by the health inspector thanks to a rat infestation. In the Treehouse of Horror segment, Attack of the 50-Foot Eyesores, Lard Lad got to even parody the doll Chucky from the movie series Chucky as a murderous ventriloquist doll that came to life. Number 11, Diz-Nee-Land. We are fast approaching the final brand that will blow your mind, but for now, can we talk about Diz-Nee-Land? The Simpsons version of Disneyland. Writing this underneath the name of the brand just confirms our suspicions. The name alone, Diz-Nee-Land, exposes the parodied brand to be Disneyland, an Anaheim, California theme park opened in 1955 and made under the supervision of Walt Disney. However, Disneyland is nothing compared to the Disneyland we are conversant with. It is filled with creepy and scary characters like Mitch Mouse, Danny Duck, Goofy the Man Dog, to mention a few. Never overstay your welcome in Disneyland or else you die. Grandpa even once saw the ghost of Beatrice in Disneyland. Number 12. CostMo is a parody of Costco, the third largest company in retailing organic foods, choice, prime beef, and rotisserie chicken, and number 11 on the largest United States corporations with regard to its total revenue. Similar to Costco, CostMo Foods in The Simpsons is a grocery store near Springfield Mall where The Simpsons, Agnes Skinner, Lenny, and Moe shop for food items. Number 13. The Squishee is a parody of the Slurpee sold by 7-Eleven, Icy, the slush people sold in Canada, the US, Australia, and the UK, and the Grenada in France. However, a Squishee uses a much thicker syrup than any real non-dairy frozen beverage. With its quality and content, it is supposedly unhealthy for Springfield citizens, but still produced by Quickie Mart. It has different flavors and can cause hallucinations when ingested. It is possible that the syrup has effects similar to, if not exactly like, alcohol. The Squishee has previously had many different promotions, such as the Shrek Berry Blast flavor. Similarly, it had holiday-themed variations, such as Xmas Red and Green, Chinese New Year, and champagne-flavored Squishee sold on Valentine's Day. Apu also confirms that the champagne Squishee has high enough doses of alcohol that he noted that it should get you pretty darn hammered. But know what got us really hammered? This last brand, and we don't mean hammered in a good way because it was so disturbing. Number 14, Homer King. This parodied brand would not have existed if Homer did not eat himself. Oh, and in case you didn't get it yet, Homer King is a parody of Burger King. Burger King was founded in 1953 by James McLemore and David Edgerton, but Homer King was founded by Mario Batali in the 2017 Treehouse of Horror episode. The idea behind the brand is what's really disturbing. You see, Homer cut off his finger and it fell into a barbecue, then he kinda ate it and found it delicious. What did Homer do after this? He ate himself, slowly cooking and chipping away at himself until he was nothing but a limbless body and a divorced husband. That wasn't all. The founder of Homer King convinced him to cook and sell the remaining parts of his body under the brand Homer King. If Homer ate his body parts, how did he survive until he was a talking head? Why did Bart eat Homer's tiny brain? Why did everyone in Springfield see this as normal? How is Homer a talking head? Why have you not liked this video and subscribed yet, huh? Well, you don't need to say it, but you must have learned a lot from this video. There are other brands that have been parodied in The Simpsons, but they have not been mentioned in this video. If you want to know the other brands that have been parodied, don't forget to hit the notification bell as you subscribe, and we might do a part 2. Can't wait to see you next time, folks.